Has the Just Say No campaign truly made a dent in the fight against substance abuse among our youth? Or do we need to reassess our approach? For years, students in middle and high schools across America were urged to just say no to drugs and alcohol, a message propagated by the Drug Abuse Resistance Education Program, better known as D.A.R.E, but research suggests that this campaign, typically delivered by police officers advocating total abstinence, didn't exactly hit the mark. In fact, some studies even show that kids who completed D.A.R.E were more likely to take drugs. Bonnie Halpern-Felsher, a developmental psychologist and a professor of pediatrics at Stanford University, has her reservations about the effectiveness of the Just Say No campaign. She argues, the Just Say No campaign is based purely on risks, and that doesn't resonate with teens. There are real and perceived benefits to using drugs, such as coping with stress or liking the high. If we only talk about the negatives, we lose our credibility. So, if the Just Say No approach isn't working, what's the alternative? Many communities are re-evaluating their strategies, taking into account significant changes in the drug landscape. Adolescent use of illicit substances has generally decreased over the past few decades, but more teens are overdosing than ever, mainly due to the contamination of the drug supply with substances like fentanyl and the availability of stronger substances. Aaron Weiner, a licensed clinical psychologist based in Lake Forest, Illinois, believes it's crucial to balance the message. He says, "The goal is to impress upon youth that the healthiest choice is not to put these substances in your body, while at the same time acknowledging that some kids are still going to try them. If that's the case, we want to help them avoid the worst consequences." This approach, incorporating principles of harm reduction, is gaining ground as evidence shows its potential to protect youth from accidental overdoses and other consequences of substance use, including addiction, justice involvement, and problems at school. Psychologists have been instrumental in developing, testing, and administering evidence-based programs that approach prevention in a holistic, non-stigmatizing way. Nina Christie, a postdoctoral research fellow at the University of New Mexico, underscores the importance of open conversations about drugs. She asserts, "Drugs cannot be this taboo thing that young people can't ask about anymore. That's just a recipe for young people dying, and we can't continue to allow that." In 2022, about 1 in 3 high school seniors, 1 in 5 sophomores, and 1 in 10 8th graders reported using an illicit substance in the past year, according to the National Institute on Drug Abuse. These numbers were down significantly from pre-pandemic levels and essentially at their lowest point in decades. Substance use during adolescence is particularly dangerous because psychoactive substances, including nicotine, cannabis, and alcohol, can have long-term effects on developing brains. It's clear that the fight against substance abuse among our youth continues, and it's high time we reassess our strategies and approaches.